What's up, you guys? I hope everyone's had a great week so far. It's Friday today, and that's always a great day for me because it means the weekend and garage sales are tomorrow. I'm going to definitely do some videos where I take you guys along with me garage sailing, and I'm so excited to do that because garage sales are by far my favorite way to get inventory. You usually get it dirt cheap and you find way better stuff than you do at the thrift store. It's not been picked over, it's fresh directly from the family to you, and it's been awesome. I love garage sale season, so I can't wait to take you along. But until then, I thought I'd do another what sold on eBay video since you guys seem to like those. It's been a little bit slower for me in the last 2 weeks because my son broke his leg and he's in a wheelchair now, and my life kind of turned upside down, so it's been a struggle. But I went ahead and let my business kind of keep going. I haven't listed anything. I've just let the stuff that I have sell, and I've still had pretty decent sales. In the last 2 weeks, I've still had $2,000 worth of items sell, so I'm really pleased with that considering I really haven't done anything other than just ship out what people have purchased. So I'm extremely grateful for that, and grateful for this business that allows me to take breaks and pause things when my life gets a little bit crazy. So anyway, before we jump into it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like reselling content, and you especially like it from the perspective of someone who is raising 2 little boys while I'm trying to run my business on the side. So subscribe, like, comment. It really helps out my channel when you do that. Okay, so first up are these kind of old school Adidas. They're called the Adidas Superstar Me MI. I think this has been discontinued, but Adidas used to have it where you could customize the color and even some embroidery on your shoes. And so these were custom and unique, which means they probably wouldn't sell super fast. But it took a couple months and someone did finally buy them. They were customized with the embroidered Atom bomb. So they'd really only work for someone named Adam or someone that it was pertinent to, but I couldn't help myself. I had to grab them. They were only $7. And sure enough, they sold for $40 plus $10 shipping because the right customer came along and wanted them, for which I was grateful. Like, again, I knew these would be unique and interesting. They're purple and orange, and they may not be for everyone, but I had a feeling that the right buyer would come along eventually, and sure enough, he did. So like I've mentioned before, a while ago, I picked up a huge car part lot, 675 items, I think, for, I want to say I paid $4,000 for everything. And so when that breaks down, it's about $6 per part. And these have slowly been selling for me over the last 1.5 years, and they're mostly gone, which is awesome because they've made me a lot of money. But the ones that are sticking around that are still selling kind of here and there are still a great profit for me. So I sold this Mustang grill overlay, and it's going off to its new home. The best part about these parts is I listed them once. They're all in my garage, kind of stacked in an organized way. And when I find the number that I'm looking for, because each one has an IWCGI / a number, I just go to that number and I pull it out and slap a label on, and I'm done. And normally these don't cost me more than $10 to ship. Sometimes it's even cheaper. So they're so easy to ship, they're easy to list, and they've been great. The only issue I've ever come across with these car parts is when people don't do their research and the grill arrives and it doesn't fit their car. That's kind of unfortunate. That is a byproduct of just this category though. You might get high returns, but for the ones that have sold, it's been great. I probably need to go back in my inventory, pull all the listings and redo them. They are a little bit stale since it's been over a year since I've created those listings. So I might do that just to refresh it and to make sure that I have all the inventory that I currently have listed. So anyway, they've been a great profit for me, and I'm extremely grateful for them. This is a really unique looking Alberto Macaulay blazer, and this is another item that was just waiting for the right buyer to come along. I didn't know if it would sell really fast or really slow. It took quite a while to sell, but it's kind of unique. It's really interesting, and I was really glad it sold for $32 plus $9 shipping since I paid $1 for it at a yard sale quite a while back. So again, sometimes some of my items are longer tail, and that it's not ideal. I'd rather things sell a little bit faster, but I'm okay with a mix of things that sell quickly and things that take longer. That's fine with me. Okay, so this is something that I picked up from my Harley Davidson haul a while back, and I'll link to it here. It was like an estate sale that had all this Harley gear, and it has done amazingly well for me. These Sturgis tees aren't Harley branded, but I was like, some of them look kind of cool. I'll grab them and see how they do since I was picking them up for really cheap. And this one sold for $18 plus $5 shipping. I just have a feeling that there's someone out there who's like a really big Sturgis fan. Sturgis is like a motorcycle rally that happens every year, and some people are hardcore and go every single year, so maybe someone wanted it, and sure enough someone did, so I'm glad they scooped it up. Salomon is a brand that I absolutely love selling, and if any of you follow the ultra running kind of community, I'm not an ultra runner. I've run a couple marathons a while back. Right now my life is a little bit too crazy to train for marathons, but the ultra running community really fascinates me, and I really love it. And a lot of them like Salomon as a brand for their outdoor, because they're different than the running community in that they're running trails a lot. They're doing a lot of like camping, they have packs, and ultra running is a totally different animal. One day when my life's a little less crazy, it's kind of one of my dreams to do an ultra marathon. I don't know if that's just totally crazy, but I think it would be way fun down the road when my life's a little less busy. Anyway, so Salomon's a brand I absolutely love, and this is a full zip sweater that I found, I think, for $5. It's a Salomon Actitherm. You can usually Google like the description of what the sweater's like and find the term that they use, the name for it. So I knew this was an Actitherm sweater. Again, like I've mentioned before, full zip is always worth more usually than half zip or a pullover. So that was another good sign. But yeah, it went to someone for $30 plus $10 shipping, which I was really pleased with. So if you see Salomon, Smart Wool, some of these ultra running kind of gear like Cotopaxi, Camelback, there's lots of them, but the gear that ultra runners use is usually really expensive. People often go to eBay to find their items. A side note with that is that the outdoor community, they're usually pretty resourceful people, and they like to buy secondhand. So that's another reason why I love this community and I love to sell to them, is I have never really had anything that's like Arc'teryx or Salomon or anything like that sit for very long, because usually these people are looking for it at a little bit of a discount and they don't mind buying secondhand at all. I found this chevron print Parker women's blouse. It was brand new with tags and it retailed for $295. So I was like, for $9, I'll go ahead and pick it up. I kind of thought I would get more money for it since the price tag was so high, but I was fine with $40 plus $5 shipping. It had been sitting for a little bit and I was like, let's just send it off to its new home. That's a reasonable offer. So yeah, I'm glad it's off to its new home, and it was really pretty and really like heavy and good quality. So I'm not super familiar with Parker. I think it's kind of a high-end brand. I think it probably just depends on the style of the item, depending on like how much you'll get, but I was pleased with this slip nonetheless. If you remember, this was in my haul video from a little while back where I think I went thrift shopping and I took you guys along, and they actually went for exactly what I thought they would. These UGG Jacqueline wedges went for $35 plus $10 shipping, which made me really happy. They're really cute for summer, and I'm sure someone will enjoy them in these warm months. UGG, if you don't know, is a brand that does really well, and it kind of surprises me because I never thought that Uggs would sell as well as they do, but I've sold so many pairs of UGG boots and sandals and even like blankets. They have like a home furnishings line as well. So UGG is a brand that definitely you should be on the lookout for. Rachel Zoe is another really high-end brand, and I found this at the Goodwill Outlet. So it was like $1.45. At the Goodwill Outlet, you pay by the pound. This is a little bit over a pound, and it sold for $28 plus $5 shipping, which I was totally pleased with since I got it for like $1. And Rachel Zoe is a really high-end brand, but for me, I just have found it doesn't resell for a ton of money. Maybe some of her shoes do. Maybe it depends on the style or how recent it is, but it's really fun to find because I can look it up and be like, oh my gosh, this is sold for, you know, $200 retail, but just know it's probably not going to sell for that much resell, but I still pick it up whenever I see it. This is another find that I got from my thrift haul video, my thrift with me video. It's the cat blouse. I got it for $1 in the dollar section of a thrift store, and I just had this hunch that because it had cats on it, someone would want it, and sure enough, someone bought it for $15 plus $5 shipping, which I was totally pleased with, and I really hope this cat lover loves their cat blouse. But anything that's kind of unique like that, I kind of want a hunch pick it up if I think that there's a customer for it. I found these Nautica slip-ons at the Goodwill Outlet a while ago. They kind of remind me of Tom's, which are pretty in still. They were in really good condition, so I paid like $1 for them. They're really lightweight, and they sold for $15 plus $5 shipping. Again, these aren't like earth-shattering, exciting high numbers, but these steady, consistent sales really keep my store going. It's not so much about these high-end, really exciting items. These little items that sell for 15, 20 bucks just keep my store afloat, and I'm incredibly grateful for them. I found these vintage Ralph Lauren swim trunks at the dollar section of a thrift store, and they have like the cargo pockets. They remind me of what boys would wear like in my high school days, which is a long time ago. So I picked them up for $1 and they sold for $18 plus $6 shipping, which I was grateful for. I had a feeling someone would want them. Vintage Ralph Lauren, vintage polo always sells really decently for me. So that's just something to keep in mind. 7 Diamonds is a really high-end men's brand that's sold at Nordstrom, and I picked up this shirt for $1. Had some embroidery on it. It was an XXL, which bigger sizes tend to do better for me. And so I went ahead and I grabbed it, and sure enough, it sold for $22 plus $5 shipping. So yeah, 7 Diamonds is a brand that I often see, and it doesn't sell for huge numbers, but it consistently sells for me. So it's a men's brand that I do pick up regularly. This Theory dress has been the bane of my existence. It has been listed for over a year, and I just did not know why someone didn't buy it. It was brand new with tags. It's really unique. It's pure silk, but Theory just has that effect. Theory takes forever to sell for me. It just does. And I don't know if it's just, it waits for the right buyer. It's a super high-end brand. This dress retails for, I think, close to $400. So Theory is crazy that way. But just know that your item probably won't sell for that much. Maybe I'm picking up the wrong styles of Theory. It's fine. I'm okay holding on to things for a while, but I was extremely happy to let this dress go finally. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you ever see Theory or pick it up. It's really exciting because you can see how much it retails for. It's a ton of money, but just know it will not sell for a fraction of that. In my experience, that's never happened. Sundance is a brand I love picking up. I see it a lot here because Sundance is in Utah and there are outlets and there's lots of places to purchase Sundance. So I picked it up for $1 in a estate sale, and it sold for $20 plus $5 shipping. So again, Sundance has a pretty consistent fan base that will purchase from it. And if you ever find Sundance leather jackets, suede jackets, shearling line jackets, leather at least, those sell for a lot of money, hundreds of dollars. So I would definitely pick them up if you see them. They're more basic items. They're tops, blouses, button downs. Those won't sell for as much money, but they are consistent sellers for me if you do find them at the right price. Kern Elliott is a brand of jean that it retails for a lot of money. So whenever I find it, I get pretty excited, but then I realize it usually doesn't resell for a ton. So these were a size 0. That probably didn't help with the resale price. They're really tiny, but they were cute style, and I picked them up for $5. So I was glad to see them go for $34, including shipping, which was great for me. But again, you can get excited as a new reseller when you find these items that are retailing for hundreds of dollars, but I would definitely check comps on eBay to make sure that that's what they're reselling for, because they very well may not, and you may need to adjust kind of your expectations. At least I had to when I first got into the clothing game. I used to try to price my items way higher, and I thought to myself, well, it retails for $400, so it should sell for $200. But that's honestly not the case. I had to go look at comps and be really realistic about my expectations. And once I did that, things started to sell a lot more quickly. All right, you guys, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I sincerely appreciate every single subscriber, everyone who comments or interacts with my videos in any way. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this starts the beginning of my big garage sale season, so I'm extremely excited to take you along to a lot of my garage sales. Hopefully we will find some really cool stuff this summer together, so please stay tuned for those videos. They are coming up in the next few weeks, and I imagine it'll be a series that I continue all summer. So I really hope you tag along with me for those. And yeah, until next time, you guys, I will catch you later.